Well, haven't you tuned in for the perfect time to be inspired and wowed by mesmerizing kind of products that can create the most incredible samples, the most incredible mixed media projects with the brand new one-day special from Pretty Gets Gritty from our beautiful Lynette Jasper, who is here joining us in the studio. How are you, Lynette?
I'm really good, thanks, Paula. How are you?
I'm very excited. I mean, we all the team, when we came for the meeting before the show, we were wowed by the amazing collection because it's a Gothic collection.
It is, but it's pretty Gothic.
Yeah,
so it's not, it doesn't have to be dark and, you know, grungy. You can pretty it up as well.
It is indeed. I mean, look at this beautiful palettes of the lilacs and the purples and the pinks, which I think it's kind of a signature that you have got that pretty. Obviously, we're on the name Pretty Gets Gritty, but also the Gothic. I mean, just holding the dies because, or the die cuts, because that is kind of synonymous with the Gothic style. What was the inspiration behind it?
It was actually a photograph that I'd taken. Oh, wow. And I just loved the style of the window, and I was looking at it thinking how many different things that you could create and how it could transfer into craft and to build some lovely like home decor pieces, and it just ran away. It just ran away with me.
Well, you can see, I mean, when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, there's so many things that you can do. And then you see everything that comes in the one day special. Shall we break it down? Because yes, we do get 2 die sets, which includes those 2 beautiful Gothic, I'm going to put them in front so you can see it, the die cuts. I love the fact that you have given us the brick wall or the stone wall.
I've wanted some sort of brickwork, whether it was going to be a stencil or a die, for a long time in the range, and so happy Taylor made it into a die.
It is, absolutely. And of course, Taylor is the other half in the business, right?
Yes, yes, she is.
Well, she's watching from the green room as well. And then we saw, hello, Taylor. But we also have those embellishments to make it really pretty and kind of layered. I love that you have given us also a picket fence.
It is so cute, isn't it? I mean, so it just goes with it, you know, the lovely draping vines and the ivy and the leaves. It just makes it pretty if you want it pretty, or you could just use the window with the brickwork.
Absolutely.
They just work so well together.
They do. And I love the way that you can go in, you know, like kind of the sort of mixed media home decor, but you could go as well very card making should you wish to do.
Exactly. I mean, because the dies, they transfer beautifully between the 2 crafts. We can have the card making and the mixed media as well, just by layering up those dies, layering up your die cuts. And you will get like a chipboard shape, which we're going to do in the first demo.
And this is a kind of a clean and simple, very much my style when I kind of craft. And I can see that you can do both as well.
Exactly.
I love that. And there is a sample as well that I wanted to show, because there are so many samples, and obviously throughout the shows we will show them as many as we can. But this is completely different because you have Natalie here has used the leftovers, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So I'm going to put it side by side so you can see the leftovers. That would be perfect as well for tags as for sentiments, right?
Exactly. Use your waste wisely, and yet stamp your sentiments on there, and you've got a beautiful board around them already, and just cut them to size.
Absolutely. Beautiful samples. We will show as many as we can this hour, but remember, the one day special is you know, it's a time limited offer, so make sure to check out your baskets. Don't get kind of thinking, oh, because there is all, you know, 5 shows. Actually, I need to tell you that when the one day special is gone, now let's have a look at the papers, because we are getting papers and toppers basically.
Yes, we're getting ephemera and the papers as well, so you're getting 16 sheets of the printed backing papers, which are absolutely beautiful in the 4 colourways, and then you're getting all sorts of little ephemera, whether you use them on card making or you use them to layer up in your mixed media pieces to give that shabby chic sort of style and feel. We've got little bottles in there, bingo cards, postcards, of course Jasper's gin, old Jasper's gin, should I say.
Absolutely gorgeous. And then the papers that you were referencing before, love that you are getting those beautiful pretty colours ways as well.
Yeah, so they've got really, really beautiful brickwork there, very distressed looking. I absolutely adore it. I found it hard not to use that brickwork in every single sample.
And then the beautiful roses as well. I love that there is a white space as well to stamp or to kind of highlight.
Exactly, you could use that as a beginning as a journal page.
Oh,
you know, you could cut it down for your backing papers, for your cards, stamp over the top of it.
But this is my favorite. Oh,
yes,
my goodness.
It's so pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I love Gothic architecture. I love the cathedrals. I love that sort of a style. But this, to me, embodies so many possibilities as well. I love how you have given us in monochrome, so we can, well, or in one color, so then we can embellish it to our heart's content.
Exactly. You can add whatever you wish over the top of it, you know, or just by the side of it. Cut the window out, stick that in your journal, then embellish with the dies around it, make it look like, you know, make that window come alive.
I also think for a memory album or pictures for weddings as well, that would be very, very suitable. Yes. But then we have got the stars in here, the sparkle. Because I like that you like a little bit of a you know, kind of a
little bit of a twinkle.
A twinkle. That's it.
One of the dies is that star composition.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's just so super usable.
Indeed. I love that. Now, of course, you're getting, as you can see, one of each design per colorway. So if you wanted to add more of those papers, we do have them on the show as well as an individual element. So you can add the detail as at the bottom of the screen. 353074 is your item number for the papers on their own, £14.99. Add them to your one-day special to double up in the papers, and then you can spread the cost of those extra papers as well. Now, the one-day special, we have the ephemera sheets in there, the 16 backing papers, the A5 die sets. All of that is incredibly beautiful, but we are already approaching 20% of the stock. We are not even 10 minutes in, Lynette. It's going to be a busy one. So, and once it's gone, it's gone. Approaching 20 minutes and not 10 minutes. Please, approaching 20% of the stock and not quite 10 minutes in. I eat my words, I do apologize. I get so excited when you have got an incredible collection, and I don't want you to miss out. Remember, you have got a £10 saving and a flexi basket option. So that means that if you flexify, you can put some things else, including the extra set of papers and ephemera. And for £27.49, that's for one set of the papers, one set of the ephemera, and the die set, both die sets in the collection. 759530 is your item number. Now, I do like the one-day special. I really love the Gothic here, but these colors, you need them in your life. This is acrylic paint, right? But it feels so
matte, so chalky, so velvety. It's just an absolute dream to work with. I've had these for a while now, and I've been waiting for the right collection to release them with.
Yeah.
And then when this concept came into fruition, it was like, this is it. This is the one that we can release the chalk paints with, because it is just everything about it that it should be. It's just gorgeous. It
is absolutely gorgeous. I was, you know, when you come in and we have got the meeting, I was like, nice pots. I look at the colors, beautiful colors. When I said, oh, really nice board. And then when I came up close and I was thinking, it really feels like velvet. It's a madness within, you know, it's just really gorgeous.
It is, and it goes a really long way as well.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
I can imagine. Also, I love that there is 5 colors in there, which are straight out of the pot, coordinate across the board with the one-day special as well.
Yes, they do.
Beautiful.
So lovely to use.
Indeed. You are getting the strawberry shake, the milk thistle, the peppermint sherbet, the dark denim, and the smoky sky. With a £3 saving, £31.95 is your price. 298464 is your item number. 10% already gone for those paints. Brand new today. Remember, incredibly busy launch. The one-day special is fine. There is so many. Once they are gone, they are gone. I'm not going to repeat myself, but you know what to do. Then we have got the flower collections. We have got 3 different color options for you. Now, the 3 different options refer to the main feature colors, right?
Yes.
So we have got the pink, the purple, you can see, or the blue. I love the quality of these flowers, Lynette.
They're really, really lovely, thick flowers, and they're so nice to work with. And do you know what? On the samples, you only need 1 or 2. We've got the tiny, tiny flowers, we've got the larger flowers, and just 2 or 3 of those paired together on a mixed media piece, you know, or your card making, and it just really, really finishes it off beautifully.
I never seen paper flowers like this sort of lavender. I'm not sure what it is exactly, but it's really beautiful.
They are very, very pretty.
They are
It's surprising
stunning.
how thick they are and what good quality they are as well.
That's another thing I was going to compliment, because the quality, this is one of the things that less is more if the quality is there,
Exactly.
right? And with this, you can go a little bit, you know, just put maybe 3 in there or maybe 4. You don't need to overwhelm it. I mean, I'm going to pick up one of my favorite samples again, but just showing you what Lynette, you were saying, just 1 single flower.
Just 1 single flower, that was all that was needed.
And I love that. I love that element. But if you are one of those people that more is more, there is nothing wrong. You can go for more as well. And you could go for all 3 options if you wanted. There are £14.99 per option. You are getting 33 flowers in each of those colorways. So pink, purple or blue. I definitely think that the pink and the purple work very well together. Well, they all work.
Yeah, the first kit that we brought, I think it was the purple that sold out first.
That was a while. So do make sure to add them to your one-day special as well. Remember, there is a flaxy basket opened there when you put the one-day special. 045159 is your item number for the flowers. And you can shop ahead on the website, thecraftstore.com. And there is lots more, including beautiful stamps in there, as well as, well, embellishments, which are very posh, very glitzy, very sparkly. And I can see them almost blindingly sparkly. And also we have got incredible metal kits, and with mixed media, and especially with Pretty Gets Gritty, it's all about the layers, all about adding top quality embellishments without breaking the bank, without having to kind of go in and it's like, I don't really want to use it because it cost me a fortune. No, use them because they are affordable, and also incredible 5-star reviews across the board for all the mediums and paints. Now, right. It gets to the point where we want to join Lynette for a demo, but I need to give you an update because a quarter of the stock has gone.
Wow.
Not even a quarter through the first hour of the one-day special. This should have lasted 24 hours. I don't think they're going to last the hour.
I've got goosebumps.
Oh, bless you. I mean, I'm not surprised because this is a collection that I think it speaks to many people. It's such a beautiful collection, but also it's such a usable collection.
It is. I mean, it does, like I say, it transfers beautifully between, you know, the many different crafts. But I think the colourways and actually the different ways that you can take the windows with the large window, the small windows, layering them up for the mixed media, you know, and making it grungy and Gothic, but then making it really pretty and beautiful. And of course, we've got Easter coming up as well.
Absolutely.
So very pretty for Easter.
I think so. Absolutely. And there is that aspect as well of the, you know, for people that, you know, if you have got like send a card or a project that is more about the religious side of Easter, this is perfect as well for that.
It is.
Right. So we want to see Lynette in action. So let's have a look at the first demo of the one-day special.
Right. So what we are going for is, I'll lift it up this way and then I'll bring it to the overhead and then you can get good. We're going for this piece here. So a lot of people would look at this and think, oh, I couldn't make that. It is so quick and simple. It just looks like it's hard to achieve, but it's not.
It looks that you need to have a lot of knowledge of mediums and how everything kind of works together.
It really doesn't. And we're going to start with the dies. That's where it all starts. And we're just going to layer 2 together. So this is just, I think it is 200 GSM card that I've put through the die cutting machine. And we are just going to layer 2 together just to create a thicker piece, which will be our base.
Yeah.
So and just get it glued. Obviously, you could take a lot more time and make it perfectly. So I'm just going to layer the 2 together.
Okay.
So we just have a slightly thicker die cut.
Yes. So that will give like almost like a chipboard or mount board effect.
Yeah, so I usually layer, if I'm using it as a standalone piece, I would layer at least 3, maybe sometimes 4 pieces together. But because I'm going to put this, I'm going to back this onto something, I just wanted a little bit of extra dimension. I'm just going to layer the 2 together. Perfect. Right, so what we're going to start with is some sand texture paste,
which we have on the show as well. So if you want to have a look at those pretty good gritty paste, we have got a pick and mix actually. So that one of the options will be that sand paste. There we have it. I think there is as the item number. Is you can see it there. Okay, yeah, 380673 is your item number. So you have got the white, the thick, the resist, the sand, and marble. You choose any 2 for just £14.98, 150 ml in each, so 300 ml in total. Do you use a brush, a dry brush?
Yeah, so all I've got is a dry, what I call a scruffle brush. So one that's quite, the bristles are quite thick. They'll withstand quite a lot, and all I'm doing is I'm just pouncing it over, and I think we got the overhead on.
Yes,
I'll tilt it in a minute. Okay. We're just putting the slightest amount on. Just get everything that's on the brush.
I mean, in the side shot, we can also see the texture as well really well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if I tilt it, will it pick up the texture? I think you can see a little bit.
We can definitely see it.
So we've got that gritty texture. So this sand texture paste also goes through stencils.
Yeah.
But I love it for this type of crafting. So it gives a gorgeous finish if it does go through stencils. It's pitted, it's grainy, it's gritty, it's really beautiful. Yeah. But I also love it to make some background texture.
Indeed. It makes actually like kind of that sandstone texture as well. So if you wanted to put it through because you know that there is a die that has the brickwork, right? Could you do a stencil and then put it like a sandstone?
Absolutely, you could. So all I'm doing now is just taking some of the Get Crackle paste, and I'm just going to add it on here and there. And again, it will crackle, and we will put it out of the way. Yeah. And we'll bring it back in at the end. It is a one-step crackle, so it is, you've got to be patient, you've got to layer it on and then leave it.
Oh, I see.
And it will, I'll just clean this up a little bit.
It comes with is it the ice crystal?
Yes, it comes with the gritty ice crystal topping, which we will also be using as well.
Perfect.
So, here is my one that I did earlier, and you can see that the crackle has cracked, and we've got all the lovely gritty, grainy texture going on there. So I want to colour this now. So we're going to take...
it suddenly makes it a more architectonic. It makes it from a paper die cut into something that it feels like is real.
It looks like it's stone effect. If I bring this one in here, it actually does make it look like it's made out of stone. You would never think that it was paper.
Wow, love that.
So let's just get a little bit of our chalk paint, and we will just take this straight over the top.
A stormy sky, isn't it?
It is. This is the lovely chalky grey. I adore this. There's so many of within the 5 pots. You know, if you've got 2 favourite colours, you get 2 new favourite colours every time you use them.
I mean, that stormy sky and the peppermint sherbet.
I was just going to say, I'm not a green person, but you put the grey and the green together, and I am sold.
Absolutely. I mean, they're just beautiful, because I think every single shade in this. Sometimes when I look at a group of colors that somebody has put, I will go like, yeah, I like 4 colors, but the 5th color, well, I'll still go for them because I know that I can. But this is one like to choose a favorite was difficult. To choose, because you are getting all 5, so you don't have to choose a favorite anyway. But still, it's everything. The grey will work with the pink and the
exactly.
purple.
That's what I was going to say. You know, usually I'm a blue person, and the dark denim in there is absolutely gorgeous. It is just beautiful colour. But I think in this collection of 5, for me, I think the grey is my favourite because, as you say, it goes with every one of the other colours. You've got a beautiful duo straight away.
So I think it's a little bit, it has got a warmth within it.
It has.
You know, it's inviting. It's not one of those cold, dull greys. This is actually a warm grey, so picking up all the light basically, rather than, you know, being absorbent of light. I don't know if it makes any sense, but to me it does.
It absolutely does. So I just want to add a little tiny bit more depth to this, but I'm going to dry it off. They do dry really, really quick, and we haven't overloaded it. I need it not to run when I add water on it.
Yeah. When you are drying that with the beautiful Gothic window dye, now we have got some news. Now we did have the individuals, but now it has gone. So the only way is a technical sellout. So if you have it in your basket, you still can get the Gothic window on its own. It's £24.99. However, if you wanted to go for it and you don't have it in your basket, it's still available, part of the one-day special. It's just the individual now that has technically gone. But remember, you are getting a £10 saving with, you know, with the one-day special. So in many ways, I'm kind of thinking that I mean, it's almost like you are getting all the papers and ephemera for £4.99, which is a fabulous deal. And I think the extra dye set that you are getting is absolutely fabulous. So everything is an incredible, usable as well. I mean, there's so many elements in there as well. Let's head back to Lynette, because you are ready for the next step.
I am. So all I'm going to do now is use one of my Wonder products. So this is actually a Dirty Gertie. It's one of Taylor's. They're hopefully coming soon. But I just want to, where the crackle is, I just want to add a little bit.
I see.
And just let it roll around and just create.
Yeah.
It'll just fall into like the nooks and crannies that we've created, and it'll just give it an added little bit of depth. So just spray as it go, and then just let it run. And if there's any pieces that I want to take off, you know, if it's a little bit too, I can just dab it back. So if you have the explosion powder in Zeus, you would absolutely be able to do this, but because Zeus has got a metallic mica in it, and this is a chalk paint, I didn't want to use anything that had a metallic mica, because I really want to embrace the chalkiness. So that's all I would do, is just add a few little areas of depth, and then we will dry it off quickly, and we will apply the backing. So for the backing, all I did was I just used the dye as a template and drew round a little bit of grey board.
Perfect,
and the same with the paper, and just stuck it on. So our next step is I want to do a little bit of heat embossing on the back here, so we've got some interest.
Wow.
So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take the script part of the Vintage Vibes. So we've got this lovely, beautiful script, and I'm just going to dab gently, and I'm going to bend. So I don't want any perfect stamping. I just want it to look bitty, perfectly imperfect.
Oh, I love that.
Right, I need a piece of paper, which I did not.
I love that. From, I think the Japanese call it wabi-sabi, that imperfection, and it's just such a good sentiment, isn't it?
That nearly come a cropper then. It is perfectly imperfect is the way I like everything to go. So we've just got a hint on the back there. Let me put that lid on. I've come a cropper so many times with sparkly things or heat emboss that I've learnt my lesson, lid has to go on straight away.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we'll just heat this and get the embossing showing beautifully. And of course the gorgeous script from that stamp just goes
Absolutely, because we have got them here on the show. The A6 vintage vibes. You can see it comes in, that's 23 stamps in total. As you can see the printouts in here. No ordinary life, lots of fancy, but of course that on the top is the one that Lynette just used. $11.99, fabulous low price for beautiful clear stamps individuals. So let's head back to Lynette.
So all I'm doing now is applying glue. For my sample, I actually did use gel medium, but because my gel medium does not come with a clever applicator like this.
Exactly, yeah. Well, maybe you have to bring something.
Do you know what? I was said this to Taylor the other day. I said, I wonder if we could get some sort of squeezy pot to put the gel medium in, because it'd make it so much easier. Right, so I've got a little bit of squidge, and that would have been fine with gel medium. Hopefully it'll be fine with the glue.
Yes.
It will hopefully dry clear. I could stand here and pick it out, but I'm not going to. Right, now we get to the fun bit. Well, it's all been fun so far, but I want to make our embellishments. So all I've done to get all this beautiful marbling is, didn't think about getting this mucky, did I?
Well, it is pretty gets great show, so if it's not...
So we might have a little bit of grey in with these embellishments as well.
Well, so it wouldn't matter so much, because they are all colours that work together. They're pretty colours anyway.
They are very pretty.
That's my excuse for everything. Like,
right, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of the chalk paint onto my mat. So we'll go for 2. Let's go for the purple. So I've got the purple, the green and the pink on here. In fact, I'll take that off the lid. I must got shook or shaken in the car.
Okay. Tiny amount.
Yeah, tiny amount. It does go quite far. And I'm going to add some water. And just mix it in. We'll just get it to disperse a little bit.
Okay.
Right. And then all I'm going to do is take my die cut. And I'm just going to smoosh it. And we'll get a really...
Technical term, that.
Very, very technical. So let's get a bit more purple.
You can see the richness of that pigment in the paint, because even quite diluted.
Even diluted, you still get the gorgeous colour shining through. And it almost looks like, what's the word I'm looking for? When you enamel. It looks like matte enamel when it's dry. Can you see how pretty these look with marble together?
It kind of almost recesses from the edges. It kind of pulls into the centre. I love that effect.
So we've got our die cuts there. I've also cut out some of the ephemera, and I've just scruffled the edges. And I've also got some of the stamps that I've stamped onto some of my scrap backing paper. So we're ready to start building. One other thing that I love to use is my old bits of cardboard from cardboard boxes, you know, all that happy post that we get. So we'll cut some of that ready. And this is the secret to layering up, in my eyes, is to create some difference in the layers. So I have a piece of netting, and I'm just going to stretch it. And we're going to pop that down first. So find the gel medium. And we will get to layering. So I'm just going to add a couple of blobs. And we will go straight on. And try and scrunch up. So it's not completely perfect.
Well, it's not. I love these kind of elements that you can. It doesn't need to be an expert, because you are not kind of looking for anything symmetrical or perfectly composed, right? It has to just be pleasing to yourself.
That's it. It's just got to be something that you're happy with and enjoy the process. So all I'm doing now is just, I've laid down my stringy stuff,
Yeah.
if it'll stay there, and everything that I layer on top will stick that down, so you don't need to try and get your gel medium
I see.
on your stringy stuff. Just let all your other bits and pieces. So this was the one that I was talking about that's in the papers.
Right, yeah.
And it is just a gorgeous, gorgeous die. I love it. All those stars.
Yeah.
So, come on. You stick. I might need to apply a little bit of heat just to get it. So we're going to create a base layer.
Right.
So I will use my fence, even though it's not dry.
Yeah.
And this is going to go across the bottom. So I'm just going to get that so my fingers don't get too painful. So you can see, even though I've not heat dried it, it is almost dry itself.
I can see that, yeah.
So we've got a couple of base layers down. Now we want to think about creating another layer. I am going to just have to just heat that gel medium just to get it.
Solidify a little bit.
The stringy stuff is making it bounce up.
And it will dry naturally on its own.
Absolutely, it does dry naturally. Taylor's favourite thing is if I'm using the heat gun and she's trying to gel medium something and she wants it to stick.
Yeah. Oh, put a heavy stuff in it.
She just puts one of the pots
on top
from Pretty Gets Gritty on top.
Which one would be the heaviest one to put
Probably
in?
the one that I just picked up, the marble texture paste.
Oh.
Absolutely, I love it. I think Sam might have used it on this sample here. Let me just pull that in.
Yeah.
So can you see how we've got all this? It looks like concrete.
I love that.
It's like extra thick and chunky.
Ooh,
unless
unless
you've got a really wide open space.
Yeah.
On a stencil, I wouldn't even try.
Yeah, yeah.
This is
Like
what I'd use for just freehand.
Direct, yeah, direct to the texture without having to go through small gaps of a stencil or a mask. Yeah.
Right.
Marble. That was the marble one.
The marble texture paste.
Okay.
So I've just added a little bit of the cardboard on the back, and you see we're just starting to bring our layers up. So we're going to create some more layers, and then we'll start to tuck our foliage behind.
Yeah.
So, and also when I do this, I like not to meet the edge, so I'm just going to use a tiny piece, because then when I do want to stick things underneath, I haven't got this edge to edge and in the way.
Perfect.
So, and of course, because we're using gel medium, we can pick things up and we can move them out of the way wherever we wish.
Okay, yeah.
Right, stop sticking to my fingers. Right, so now we get to the fun bit where we start building where we want things to go. So, gel medium every single time.
Yeah. And all the elements that you're using are for the one that they're special.
They are the dies.
The ephemera.
The one day special, and the ephemera is from the paper kit.
Yeah, and the background paper even, the brick wall in there. The only thing basically is the net and the mediums.
Yeah.
Because everything else it is, which is incredible. Value for money if you think about it.
So I'm just decided now that I just want to bring that down, have a little bit more separation there. Don't want to use you. I'm going to start thinking about using these little bits and pieces. So if you have stamps, think about other ways in which you can use them. You know, if you're making a mixed media piece, use your stamps to create ephemera.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'll just get those in there. I'll add a couple more pieces here and there. We'll try and get a little bit of a twist. Of course, you could also shape all these as well. Let's get you coming down there. There we go. Right, and now I'm going to bring in a couple of the flowers. And I'm just going to twist the stems. And just we've got
Is that one from the pink one or
it
the
is.
light?
So this is one of the pink ones,
Yeah.
and then I've got 2 from the purple set as well.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to pop that there, and these ones I will just snip off. But if I was at home, I probably would curl each strand so we've got it sticking out. And let's just tuck you there, and I think we'll have another one just
there.
in there.
Perfect. Yeah,
That's
perfect.
better.
Yeah.
And we've got a couple of butterflies that we
Yeah.
can add on.
Which are the butterflies are from these?
The Postal Papillion
Oh, fabulous.
stamp set.
Yeah. Which we have got on the show as well. We will give show them in a second how you can get them.
We will. Right, when this is all dry, obviously this is all super movable.
Yeah.
All I would do is take a very light brushing of white gesso, so you can see how I've
yes.
made all this a little bit cloudy looking.
Perfect.
Just take any you
Yeah.
know, take
Blend
the colour
it all
back a little
together.
bit, blend it all together, and then the last thing that I would do is use the ice crystal gritty topping.
And that's kind of, it has that kind, oh, and did you just,
So it's like, Taylor calls it frog spawn.
yeah, oh, yeah, they can see.
So they're just tiny, tiny little crystal beads, and I would just bring it across.
Yeah.
I especially love it on flowers because when it dries it's almost like dewdrops. So I'll bring
Indeed,
the other
it is.
sample in and point out some in a minute.
Yeah.
So I would just give a little bit of that here and there. Just put that lid on, and I'll bring in the other sample.
Yeah. And of course, that one comes in with the crackle as well, right? The medium?
It does, yes. So the crackle and the ice gritty topping comes together. So can you see here on the
Yes.
flowers, if I just give it a wiggle,
And we can see it, yeah.
you can see that lovely crystal topping.
Perfect. Absolutely gorgeous.
So-
Thank you so much, Lynette, for showing that incredible demonstration from start to finish. And most of the stuff that Lynette has used is from the one-day special. I mean, now we are approaching 40% of the
Wow.
stock. We are not even 40 minutes in the first hour of the one-day special, and we are approaching 40% of the stock. You can see in here that we are getting the Gothic window, which has sold out individually. You are getting the larger one and the smaller one in here. So, for instance, if you had a big one, you couldn't be able to fit it in the samples. Hence why it's so nice to have the smaller version of it. Also, it could be like cathedrals have got the bigger windows, and then they have got the smaller ones over the top as well. Then you have got the brickwork, 3 different dies you can use as samples. You can see that kind of a set of 3 in there, and you would have the leftovers as well. So if you want to do paper piecing, that would be as well possible. Then you have got the embellishments in here. Think about all the sparkle that you have got, all the little stars, all the ivy, the little ones, the corners, the absolutely stunning kind of fern dies in there, and those leaves in there, the beautiful maple leaves in there. Sorry, I'm twisting around, and you can see the oak leaves as well with that indentation in both of them, so giving you more detail. Love the acorns as well. And that's not all. You are also getting the pattern papers, the background papers. You are getting one of each colorway. So we have got the denim blue, we have got the strawberry shake, we have got the gorgeous lilac, we have got the stormy kind of gray there, and the deep denim as well. So we have got also this colors ways, and you can see the patterns, how they kind of go in. I'm gonna just kind of quickly go through them, because then that way you can see that you also are getting the Gothic window in there. You are getting one of each, so if you wanted to add it extra, you can. We have got them separately, the papers as well. That is your one-day special, an incredible collection with an additional £10 saving. So it means that if you want to go for the one-day special, you can spread the cost in 2 interest-free payments or one-off payment. If you choose to flexify it, if you are a Freedom member, you don't have to pay PMP. So £27.49 would be all that you need to pay for today. 759530 is your item number. We have got the brand new paints from Pretty Gets Gritty, and they are stunning colors. They are super chalky paints. This is like madness to an nth degree. You have got 5 gorgeous colors. The strawberry shake pink, which coordinates perfectly with those pink tones in the papers. The milk thistle thistle, you can see them here, like beautiful periwinkle blue sort of color. Then the peppermint sherbet, and then we have got the stormy sky, absolutely stunning, you know, kind of gorgeous, like you can say kind of warm grey, and then finally the dark denim. 298464 is your item number. You're saving £3, £31.95 is your price. 298464 is your item number. Then we have got the flower collection. You have got 3 different options: the blue, the pink, and the purple. These ones are quality flowers. I mean, I love the way that you are getting the centers. They are incredibly realistic. You have got, look at that. I mean, it looks like a proper daisy with that dome element, those kind of little gritty elements in here. But look at those flowers as well. Look at them. Look at the stamens as well coming through it. Different sizes, and look at the I don't know if it's lavender, but it looks just such a lovely element in here. And you could create a kind of a bouquet of flowers with different sizes as well. So for instance, the smaller ones, I had a sample here that I wanted to bring it, but if you can see it here, just a tiny decoration. If we can go up, you can see the tiny ones. However, how beautifully and perfect they are, that they, you know, they add that detail into them. And then the larger ones as well, creating bunches. And like Lynette was saying, one of them is enough sometimes. 045159 is your item number. Right, and then we have got the stamps, and these stamps we have got 2 brand new ones, different item numbers. So just the first one is as time goes by. It's not brand new, but it is a returning favorite. Right, so just making sure that I get it correctly. £14.99, and I'm gonna show the size of them because they are big. And I love that you are getting a film strip as well, so the print out you can see in there, upside down, Paula, upside down. There you can see it. You can see them there. Well, still the numbers are a little bit there. So 1874. I wonder what happened in 1874, or it could be, I don't know, 147. But you can see in there all those kind of the coordinates as well, and the background stamp. And if you wanted to go, let's kind of have a look at these ones as well, because look at that stunning, oh, that's a stunning clock in there. I love that. But if we come to this one as well, you can see that even just the principal thing, the principal element, you don't even need to bring color into it to have a stunning piece of artwork with those numbers overlaying. 980366 is your item number, £14.99. And then we have got the other stamp set that we have got with those beautiful butterflies. This one is a different item number, as I mentioned, 936. Well, actually, 934. Well, shall I say 936 666? That would makes more sense. But you can see the butterflies that, of course, Lynette did use for her demonstration, and always those elements, backgrounds is absolutely stunning. I love that with these butterflies as well, that they have got like this tiny little dots printed out or stamped out. So you have got that detail that is just kind of quite incredible. Can you see those tiny dots in there? It's kind of almost like distress or age, and then when you are going to color them, they're going to add that depth as well. £14.99 for those stamps. As I mentioned, 936 666, and that's your item number. Then we have got the embellishments, and we have got the posh ones. They are super sparkly. We have got 2 different options here, diamond tea or or the jet black. Now we have got here the diamond tea, so you can see these ones are the clear ones that you can bring in your alcohol inks. And by the way, we have got alcohol inks in the next hour, so you could colorize them. So for instance, if diamonds are not your thing, maybe you have one like more like a ruby effect, you can use like a pinkish red to color them, or emeralds, so you could use a green and sapphire and so on. But look at this stunning, I love that, this kind of brochure. I mean, there's so many different things that you could do with putting some ribbon through it. A quarter of the stock of that option has gone, and I believe I have got here the black one. Is it ready for me to take with me? I think that's what it is. Let me.
Is that one your favourite as well?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, 40% of the black has gone. I mean, look at that. I mean, they are stunning.
They're gorgeous, aren't they? Very pretty. I mean, just one of those pieces tucked somewhere on a mixed media piece, when the light catches it, you'd be like, oh, what's that?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's stunning.
And look at this one. Also, this one has got a dangling bit, which I think is absolutely lovely. And you know, kind of, you know, the light will shine through it. And there is so many more. I mean, I'm just kind of holding them like as I can, but you can see the cabochon. Contents may vary slightly, but you will get a fair amount of, you know.
Yeah, I think, is it 17 pieces, I think.
17, yeah, indeed.
All pretty much the same.
Love that so much. Now, in the lead is jet black. You know what? I'm proud of you at home, Tavin. You know, that taste kind of, or I'm proud of myself that I know what you like. But anyway, so if you like yours, remember you can choose either the diamond tea or the jet black, or you could go for both if you wanted to. They are only £12.99, so less than £1 each, because you're going to get 17 in total, and they are sizable ones. They are. I mean, look at the size. I mean, I'm going to do it. I need to do this. Look at this. Look at brooch.
That is a statement brooch, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's so beautiful.
Can you imagine making a mixed media piece with that as that the centre focal point, you know, with just a few fronds or embellishments coming out from underneath it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this one works out at 76 pence. Wow, I mean, I love that. I mean, even the cabbage, the little cameo as well. It's just so beautiful, isn't it? It just looks so stunning. Right, if you want yours, do check out your baskets. Over half of the stock of the jet black has now gone. 158821 is your item number. Now, if you don't want it to, or you don't need the sparkle, you just want the 3-dimension, we have got the resin of flowers here, 38 pieces. Also, the detail in these ones is like extraordinary, Lynette.
They're gorgeous, aren't they? The depth of those larger ones, you just need that one piece with a couple of the tiny ones side by side, and you really don't need to add any more. I use very, very little of these on my mixed media canvases just because they are so beautiful.
They are absolutely stunning. I love this one. It's like kind of chrysanthemum, but it's just so absolutely stunning. And then the roses, you're so right. They are so delicate in terms of design.
They do look delicate. They're very lightweight as well.
Absolutely. Right, if you want yours, you are going to get about 38 pieces. £9.99 is your price, saving £3. Fabulous price. 394155 is your item number. And then we have got the metal embellishments as well. Lots, contents will vary, but 30 elements in here?
Yeah, I think that's, approximately right.
Look at that. Again, you could use your mediums to kind of on top of them, right?
So. Oh, yes, absolutely. But they are beautiful, left in their natural state. But if you wanted to add some colour and have the natural state show through on a mixed media piece, just use some transparent gesso. So you still get the metal look, but you can add a little bit of colour on top of that metal.
I like that. 209728 is your item number for the metal ones. £9.99. You're saving £3. However, very, very, very busy for the posh ones. We have got an update. The jet black is technically gone. If you want the jet black, which is the one that includes this one and this one, you need to check out your baskets now, otherwise you will miss out. 158821 is your item number. Also the same item number for the diamond T1. 60% of the stock has gone. Look at that. Oh, absolutely stunning. Right, Lynette. Oh, it's gone quickly.
I know.
We have got 7 minutes left.
Right, we will do a quick card, but just before, I just noticed, I don't know if overhead can pick this up. This has started on the finer areas that I applied the crackle.
Yeah.
It has started to crack.
Right.
These thicker areas are just going on the edges.
I see.
So you really don't have to wait that long, but
Yeah.
it is worth that wait.
Absolutely.
So that has already started to go. Right, what we are going to do is just a quick and simple card. And again, I'm reaching for the grey chalk paint. Can't help it. So I'm adding some onto my mat.
Yeah.
That was probably far too much. Water again. And just mix that in. I think I want a little bit more watery because it is really, really dense.
It's a very
And you can
rich
see,
paint.
I mean, I've watered that down quite a lot
Yeah.
and you can't see through to the glass mat still. So all we're going to do is, we're just going to dip our stencil in.
Right.
So I'm just going
Now,
to
Are
add-
you doing it from the back so it still will be a sort
Yes.
of legible kind of, well,
I
sort
mean,
of.
you're not going to get a perfect impression doing it this way, but I just love the way it's so organic
Yeah.
when you do it this way. Do you know what I mean? It's not. I mean, you couldn't get this any other way than doing this.
Yeah,
It'd take you an age, wouldn't it? So I'm just going to add and just rocking my stencil so we hopefully don't get any hard edges. So you can see doing it that way, let me wipe that out of the way. Now I can bring the card in the middle.
Yeah.
Let's get that out of the way. Because we've rocked it and we've not placed it down,
Right,
we
yeah.
haven't got any of the hard edges. It all looks like it's splattered, it's just fallen. So all I'm going to do is just dry it off. But it just gives a gorgeous effect.
It does.
Do you know what? I should have had one of these ready, shouldn't I, to go to? I
Oh,
didn't
no, it's
think
all right,
about
yeah.
that.
We have got 5 minutes.
But
though.
you will see how quickly
It
it does.
okay.
It does dry. So I'm just going to
And if
move
not,
it.
Yeah, if not, you are back at 8 with Alex, so you
Yes.
can always see it.
Yeah, we'll have some more mixed media pieces and a little bit more card making. Right, not completely dry, but I'm happy to go on and see what happens.
Perfect.
Right, so all I'm going to do now is bring in my stamp press because I don't trust myself
All right, yeah.
to stamp it perfectly.
And then
Let's just get this down. And I'm going to bring in the as time goes by stamp.
oh, that's a really nice one.
So you can see, I think this is a 6x6, might be a 7x7 card actually.
Looks like
Just-
a 7x7.
It does look like a 7x7, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I mean, from here is. By the way, I need to let everybody know that the push embellishments, both options have now gone.
Wow.
If you had them, well done you, because they are absolutely stunning. But let's head back to Lynette.
Right. So I'll just give this time to let the ink transfer. Hold it down.
Yeah.
But of course we have got this very, bitty, sketchy feel
Absolutely,
here.
yeah.
So if it did miss anywhere and I pulled it back and I quite liked it, I probably wouldn't go over and stamp again. But let's just give it time. I am stamping onto linen card, so it will
Right.
be a little bit faded. But that's not too bad at
It's
all.
absolutely gorgeous, yeah.
But because we're on grey, I do want it just to be a little darker.
Okay. Yeah.
I want it to stand out. So, right, I just want to extend my design. So the collage stamps, I love. Let me get a stamp block. Where did I put those? Here we are.
I've got about less than 3 minutes left.
Right, okay. So we just want to extend our design outwards.
Oh, perfect. So you can do with the other stamps in there.
So we'll just add in some of the extra elements. And the coordinates, I love the coordinates. I love numbers and letters. So I'll just bring that down. And I'm going for, again, the perfectly imperfect look. Yeah. Layer your stamping over, connect your stamps together.
Absolutely.
Add in some of your numbers. So just to connect them.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to turn your numbers on the side. And just add in this one, and I would say that that is probably the background stamping done.
That's just so pretty. Well, Lynette, you will have to finish it at 8 o'clock, but oh, you are so good. Look at that.
How quick was that?
Magical, magical. Thank you so much, Lynette, because that is absolutely stunning. I love every single product here. I just want to put it in my basket, especially the paints, especially those beautiful Gothic collections that you can get from the one-day special. 40% of the stock has gone in the first hour. You are loving it as much as we are loving it. Once they're gone, it's gone. So please make sure to check out your baskets. Yes, Lynette will be back at 8 p.m., but you do not want to miss out on it. You have got a £10 saving. You are getting all the ephemera painted cards. You are getting the background papers and those incredible die sets, including the Gothic one that you can see that has been now is gone on individually. So the only way to get it is part of the one-day special. I personally would add those set of 5 paints because then you can put it under your baskets, then you can flexify it and they all will coordinate perfectly. Now, Lynette, it's been an absolute pleasure as always.
It's been wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So you will be finishing that card at 8?
We may do, or we may start another mixed media piece.
Well,
we will
you know,
see.
whatever you do, it will be wonderful. Stay tuned here at the craft store because we have got more coming up next with Tina Barnett and delicious embellishment, actually albums coming up next.